Hey guys, it's Beauty Queen and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I'm kind of going to go over how to make loaded hot dogs. We're having hot dogs tonight at our house and I'm doing 3 loaded and then 3 that are not. So my partners will be loaded hot dogs. Mine will just be normal hot dogs with then like an egg on the side or something. But I thought I'd show you guys how I make loaded hot dogs. So let's get into the video. First things first is you're going to obviously want your sausage. For however many people and however many you want. These are good for dinners, lunches, anything, or even just a snack. I'm just making them for tea. We're doing 3 each. You're also going to want, if I can pull them apart, some onions, some bacon. This is just the pan's bacon pieces, cheese, and obviously like your bread, your butter, your tomato or barbecue sauce, depending what you like on yours. Or you could use tomato relish if that's what you like. That is all up to you guys on what you put on to like dress it with to eat. Obviously I don't like onions that much, so on hot dogs I wouldn't put onions on mine. And with being pregnant I haven't been able to eat bacon or ham or anything just because I will throw up at the taste. So I'm just going to do egg for mine instead of doing loaded. You're going to want to grate some of your cheese. Not very much. I'll kind of show you how much once I've grated the cheese. I'm trying to make this as a quick video as possible, but still so you guys can learn. This is as much as you'll need. You only want a little bit for the cooking process, and then at the end the cheese will go on top. So I'm going to separate this because I'm going to use the bowl for the rest of it. Also, if you want to use seasonings, go right ahead. I will be, but not that many. It's just kind of as the flavouring sort of thing, and that will actually be in with the sausages, but I'll show you that when we get to that stage. At the moment, I'm just prepping for tea. My phone is also going flat, which does not help this situation at all, but that's okay. Okay, so just add that in to your bowl, and then you want to get your bacon pieces and add them in too. It doesn't matter how many you put in, it's just personal preference. I'm trying to cut this open and it's not working. Okay, I've got a semi-hole in here. Oh, this is actually disgusting. I actually originally bought the bacon for a different meal that didn't happen, so this is just what I have. Okay. You can obviously also add different things into this as well. It is all up to you what you add or don't add. I need to wash my hands now because I've just been using meat. Obviously always wash your hands before cooking food or anything. I'm meal prepping, but I still would wash my hands before just because it's dealing with food. Not the best thing to have, but this is what it looks like. Not the most appealing, I know, but it is what it is. So I have everything ready to go now. So I'll see you when I start cooking in like 20 minutes. So I've just put everything in the pans with the oil that it needs, other than the egg for me because that's not part of the loaded. I'm just showing you how to make basically what I'm making my partner, and I'm just doing mine separately. But just add whatever cooking oil you like. I use canola oil, I cannot speak today, with chilies in it. I want to make this with olive oil because I have loads of oil underneath my cupboard. Like, I have so much oil. I'm not going to run out for ages, but yeah, I did fix my hair up because I just want it out of my face. To make this, I have tongs flipping the sausages, and I also have this here for moving around the bacon and everything. And this is just for my egg. So I'm all ready to go. So I'm just going to turn on the heat. I'm going to have the sausages on 4 and the rest of the stuff on maybe like 1. No, like 2 or 3, just to slow cook it so that it's nice and warm when my partner gets home. So let's just quickly do that. Turn on, right, rear, we'll go on 3, front onto 4. So this is what I'm going to be using it to cook in with the sausages. It is just dried rosemary, basically not even a pinch, okay, definitely a pinch, and I just sprinkle it on top of the sausages. I'm just going to get in there and season it really nicely. You could also season the season the bacon and everything. I'm probably going to, and I'm just going to use dried basil, just a pinch, and just sprinkle on top just like before. Oh, I just put it all over the counter, but that's okay. So that's just going to add a nice bit of seasoning. You could also use like garlic and herb salt. You can use whatever you want to season it. It is completely up to you. There are no rules when making this whatsoever. It is all up to you on what you add. A lot of people do add relish to this. Others add, I don't even know, like some people add like full chilies into this, others add garlic. Because it's for my partner, as much as I do give him a lot of spices, I decided today I'll give him a break from like chilies and garlic and everything and just make nice loaded hot dogs for him. I always love making loaded hot dogs. I feel like it was one of the first things I learned to make was loaded hot dogs. So at the moment I'm just stirring around, hold up. I'm just stirring this around, getting the oil soaked up into the meat, making sure everything's ready for when it starts to properly heat up, that it can do its thing. And then I'll also flip these. But first I need to go toilet while everything heats up. So I'm just flipping over the sausage now. And then I'm going to start preparing the buns in a second. Some of that oil to go in. Just mix everything around. Obviously you want the bacon to be cooked. You want all the meat to be cooked. The reason I add the melted cheese in to cook so is that it's not the cheese in the bacon. Because like on the actual food, because my partner doesn't like cheese that isn't melted. But it just adds that flavour as if there was cheese, if that makes sense. So now I'm just going to get the bread. And hopefully my phone doesn't fall. Which is fine. I don't know why, but that ledge always seems to fall. So we'll just sit in here. So I just have, oh, no, not that bread. My partner didn't get to his bread in time and it has gone off. So that's why I just removed it. Hold up. So I'm just going to basically use my bread. I'm just going to get the pieces out, so a piece for each sausage. Do half of it with butter and then half of it with tomato sauce. So I just turned off the heat for the bacon pieces, and I'm heating up the knife just under some hot water now for the butter. And I just have the sausages on one just to do what they need to do. By heating up the knife under hot water, it just makes it spread the butter easier so that you don't rip up the bread, because that's always something I've struggled with, is bread ripping when you try and do this. You don't have to apply butter if you don't want to. It's just, I'm only doing it on one each just because it's easier, and the rest will just have tomato on it, just so you can kind of see what I mean. What I'm meaning loaded. This just, by doing this, it typically just adds a little bit extra niceness to the flavour, but at the end of the day it's just preference. Like a lot of this, like a lot of the ingredients, it's just preference. You don't have to use those ingredients, if that makes sense. Like, it's very customizable. Okay, that just did not work. So I'm going to show you this. That's kind of at the halfway line. That one just failed. I'm just going to add the sauce. I give up trying to butter bread. I'm just going to serve tea. So let's get started. He will be home soon. I just checked Snap Maps, and he's maybe like a 5-minute drive. So I don't feel... Ooh, that's hot. I just hit the hot plate that was on. Go me. And I need to cook my egg before he gets home, so it's just easy for me to do it. So put on a sausage, one sausage on each piece of bread. About the halfway line if you use the butter and the way I did. If not, then just put it wherever, but normally it's better to have it at the halfway for obvious reasons, like folding the bread. Okay, there we go. Then you're just going to fold them up so that it is encouraged in the bread. I do have a half sausage here because I kind of got hungry and ate one of them. Also, I want to make my tea now, so I can eat whenever I want, but I normally make it so that we eat at the same time. So by doing this means I can eat mine. Okay, so now that I've got them half pie sitting the way I want them to, this is where we're going to put the nice toppings on his. So we're going to get the tongs and just make sure it's all cooked. Yeah, it is. And just apply a little bit onto each, or a lot, depending on how much you cooked. I did not cook nearly enough loaded toppings as I should have, so I'm just doing a little bit. But if you did more, then obviously then more the merrier, and apply as much or as little as you want. This is all up to you guys. Like, it's not set in stone rules on how to cook these. Now apply a little bit of cheese so that it melts, if you want the cheese, or tomato relish, or whatever you want. Because it's up to you guys. And obviously you can apply, this is where you can also apply more sauce if you want it. I will be waiting for my partner to apply whatever sauce he wants, but I know that I'll be applying more sauce. And this is what it will look like. Here is your loaded hot dogs. Obviously they'll be eaten like that, but yeah, and then there's just mine, and I'm going to cook an egg on the side. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want to see more cooking videos.